that you've come out to support this little experimental project of mine, of Groovin On A Sunday, which I did in Manhattan for 10 years, and I miss it. And so I wanted to bring it here and to invite artists up here to do it along with me. And I'm so grateful that the delightful people who live here in town and in the hill towns and in the surrounding areas have agreed to do this with me, including Mr. David Herrera, who is accompanying me on this song and will accompany me on the next song, which is one of the wonderful things for me about Groovin On A Sunday is that I get to sing a song because I'm in charge. And I am Ann McCormick, and this is my Water Street barn and studio. And that's all I have to say about that. So welcome to Groovin. Oh, can he come to every show, please? Okay, so this is a song that was written by Chris Christopherson, and he took a scene from The Grapes of Wrath, and he turned it into a lyric. And you are more than welcome to sing along with me and to harmonize. The scene was a small roadside cafe. Waitress was sweeping the floor. Two truck drivers drinking their coffee. Two oldie kids by the door. How much are them candies? They asked her. How much have you got? She replied, well, only a penny between us. Them's two for a penny, she lied. And the daylight grew heavy with thunder. The smell of the rain on the wind. Ain't it just like a human? Here comes that rainbow again. One truck driver said to the waitress, after the kids went outside, them candies ain't two for a penny. So what's it to you? She replied. In silence they finished their coffee and got up and nodded goodbye. She called, hey, you left too much money. So what's it to you? They replied. And the daylight was heavy with thunder. The smell of the rain on the wind. Ain't it just like a human? Here comes that rainbow again. Ain't it just like a human? Here comes that rainbow again. It's good to be singing again. Anyway, so now we are. Doesn't it make you want to watch The Grapes of Wrath? You should, or read it, just to see where this little scene is. So we are very fortunate to have this next group, this trio come up here. We have Orlin, Gabriel, and Avery. Thank you for saying.
I've wanted to. Love is no match for jealousy. Now we see the damage it can do. They say the time will fix the things that make you blue. That's because they never heard of me. I don't know why this story lands on every page, in every song, on every stage. You think by now I could clear this heart of mine. It's more than time. Love is no match for jealousy. Now we see the damage it can do. They said the time would fix the things that made us blue. Now we know that won't apply to me. I don't know why this feeling never goes away. It's safe to say it could be here to stay. Sometimes you know it feels like only yesterday. And yesterday they said that time would fix the things that made us blue. It's because they never heard of me. They said that time would fix the things that made us blue. That's because they never heard of me. That's because they never heard of me.
And I would just like to take a second to say thank you so much to Anne, who's made this beautiful space available as a listening room for performers. There aren't nearly enough of those left. Usually you're playing in front of people who are half in the bag and they're not really there for you. And that's okay, but this is so, so much better. Thank you.
We're going to do a song written by Norman Shell. Any Norman Shell fans here?
Hey, do you know Norman? Yeah, he's a really sensitive songwriter, really wonderful songs.
Former lead singer and songwriter for Clean Living. This is one of my favorite songs of Norman's because in the second verse it mentions a place where, well, as a young lad, I did a lot of loitering. Boston town, out to find a job. Yes, the mud, Back Bay and Beacon, down to Old Charles Street.
Never dream of Charles Street in the morning.
Danny Avery.
Our coats were hung, and everyone in tatters or too thin. But sharing a song was a warmer than to us than any coat could be. Every one of us somehow had slept beside the stream. And then we woke. The river that we faced had surged too deep to cross, and the only bridge was Charles Street in the morning. Yes, the only bridge was Charles Street in the morning.
Thank you. Thank you all very much.
One of the fun things about doing something like this is that then we get to hear where people are going to be in the next couple of weeks. They can promote what they're doing and try new things. And good for me because I get to meet new musicians who are in town, and that's what's happening right here. This, I was introduced to Kevin Keating, who is here to join us today, and it's just wonderful that I said, oh, I'm doing this thing, and he said, oh, I can do it, and it just worked out coincidentally that it was an open afternoon for him as well. So
Yeah, most of them are.
most of them are. Oh, okay. Well, we'll have to figure that out. Get out your dance cards, everybody, and put that on your dance card. We good?
I think we're good.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Keating.
I was professional. I'm going to let her know, so it's pronounced Katie.
Katie.
So,
Kevin Keating, everybody.
So I spent a good deal of my adult life down on Chappaquiddick Island on Martha's Vineyard working on a hay farm. And this is a song from that. It's a wonderful day. It's a hay day. It's called Hay Day Down on the Farm. The sun is shining, the clouds have drifted, the rain has stopped and the fog has lifted. The air is dry because the wind has shifted. It's a hay day down on the farm. The puppy wants petting, he can't get enough. The geese they hiss, act real tough. The peacock squawks, struts his stuff on a hay day down on the farm. Take your hooks in your hands, climb aboard the wagon, cause the tractor's snorting like a big green dragon. Ain't no stop till the day is through. Come on, everybody, there's work to do. Old Nelson's happy as a pig in dirt, in his overalls and his cowboy shirt. Starts up the bailiff with sputter and a spurt, and it's a hay day down on the farm. Me, my love life, it's a mess. Yesterday, wrought with stress, but even I can't help but be impressed with a hay day down on the farm. Take your hooks in your hands, climb aboard the wagon, cause the tractor's snorting like a big green dragon. Ain't no stopping till the day is through. Come on, everybody, there's work to do. South keeps talking about the days he could, telling us stories of the women that would. He's 83 now and he's doing pretty good, and it's a heyday down on the farm. Dr. Potter is beyond suspicion, walks right by, he's a man on a mission. He says, thank you very much, and I'll be going fishing on a heyday down on the farm. Take your hooks in your hands, climb up with a wagon, cause the tractor's snorting like a big green dragon. Ain't no stopping till the day is through. Come on everybody, there's work to do. Nito's in the house on the telephone, rounding up the hands, letting it known. Harvest winds of summer have blown. It's a heyday down on the farm. Sandy's happy driving the truck. Zing jumps if we ever get stuck. And Mary waves and wishes us luck on a heyday down on the farm. Take your hooks in your hands, I'm aboard the wagon, cause the tractor's snorting like a big green dragon. Ain't no stopping till the day is through. On everybody, there's work to do. Take your hooks in your hands, I'm aboard the wagon, cause the tractor's snorting like a big green dragon. Ain't no stopping till the day is through. On everybody, there's work to do. The sun is shining, the clouds have drifted, the rain has stopped and the fog has lifted. The air is dry, cause the wind has shifted. And it's a heyday down on the farm. Thank you, Anne, for inviting me. I've moved to this area in October.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
thank you. I haven't been here that long.
Where'd you come from?
After I left the vineyard 5 years ago and had just been tooling around and ended up dealing with my mom and things like that. And then moved here when it became time to. Because I'd spent time in Northampton in the 80s and loved the area, but didn't want to move back into Northampton. So. Okay. This is a little bit more edgy. It's called Road Rage, which is something that I still experience even though I've been singing this song for a long time. Well, I'd like to think I'm a pretty nice guy, or at least I'd like to think I try to always look you in the eye, do my best to satisfy. Well, I'll take your plate up if you're done, and I'll hold the door for anyone. I'm my mama's favorite son. I'm cheerful, happy, I'm lots of fun. That's why it's weird the way I feel when I climb in my automobile, put my hands upon the wheel of my very own 2 tons of steel. I see the world through safety glass, shift the gears and I hit the gas. You know the only way I drive is fast. Be in my lane, I'm bound to pass. I got road rage, you're going too slow, and I gotta get where I gotta go. I got road rage, feeling the burn, don't even think of trying to take that turn. I got road rage, I don't know why you stare, I don't see any crosswalk there. Road rage, all I can say is look out, you idiot, you're in my way. Ask my friends, they'll report that my temper, it is far from short. I truly am a decent sort, solid of the earth, a real good sport. At work in my business suit, I'm charming, witty, polite, and cute. And patience, it's an attribute, until I hit that late commute. That's when and where it's clear to me that the whole world is my enemy. And every single car I see is just keeping me from breaking free. So my thoughts drift towards homicide. Anger surges deep inside and it mixes with my sense of pride. And I pray to God that we don't collide. I got road rage, going too slow. I gotta get where I gotta go. I got road rage, feeling the burn. Don't even think of trying to take that turn. I got road rage. I don't know why you stare. I don't see any crosswalk there. Road rage. All I can say is look out, you idiot, in my way. Well, it's a phenomenon I can't explain. It's a chemical reaction in my brain. I start to feel strain and then I go totally insane. When the light turns from red to green, I'm down the road, I'm feeling mean. Around the corner, I careen. I'm a madman in my mad machine. I got road rage, going too slow. I gotta get where I gotta go. I got road rage, feeling the burn. Don't even think of trying to take that turn. I got road rage, I don't know why you stare. I don't see any crosswalk there. Road rage, all I can say, look out, you idiot, you're in my way.
Get the words right out of your mouth.
So, this song is a newer song that I wrote because I like to read the obituary pages. So I wrote about that. It's called the obit page. She grew up in Kentucky, the youngest of her clan. Her name was Elizabeth, she went by Betty Ann. Married in her teens to an educated man. Volunteered for service when the war began. Known for her candor, admired for her grit. She had a warmth to her humor and a sharpness to her wit. She liked to go out dancing and sing a little bit. Harry Belafonte was her very favorite. She died last week at 90 years of age. Read all about her on the obit page. Triumph and tragedy in black and white for all to see. The story of a life expressed, 200 words or less. Most strangers, some you know. When it comes your time to go, will the words they write, well, you are gone. You work the paper they're printed on. Oh, Robert Richard Martin was his name. He was born in 52 to Frederick and Elaine. He grew up poor in Millinocket, Maine. Loved to play hockey and he learned to fly a plane. Past president of the local rod and gun. He worked in the school as a head custodian with a kind word and a smile for everyone. He leaves behind a wife, 2 daughters, and a son. A courageous battle he did wage. Read all about it on the obit page. Triumph and tragedy in black and white for all to see. The story of a life expressed, 200 words or less. Most to strangers, some you know. But when it comes your time to go, the words they write, you are gone. You work the paper they're printed on. He played in the minors, never made the show. Had a little cabin up on Lake Ontario. She loved gladiolas, knew how to make them grow. Worked with watercolors in her sunny studio. Everybody knew him as a well-adjusted kid. Send your donations to Don't Do What He Did. She lived a long, happy life and in the end died in her bed, surrounded by her friends. He was star of the screen. He was star of the stage. Now he's a star on the obit page. Triumph and tragedy, black and white for all to see. The story of a life expressed, 200 words or less. Most to strangers, some you know. But when it comes my time to go, the words they write, 'cause I am gone. We work the paper they're printed on. Or Thank you so much for listening.
Would everybody welcome Paul Bennett to the stage.
Hey everybody, how you doing? No, that's my son. Yeah, cool. I asked my daughter what joke she wanted me to do, what joke she liked, and she told me someone else's joke. That joke she wanted me to tell is why does what was the joke? It's what's the difference between salad and boogers? You can't get a 5-year-old to eat salad. It's a good joke. It's not my joke, but it's a good joke. Yeah, it's great to be here. I don't know. I recognize a lot of people. I helped organize the Porch Festival, so it's like nice to see people in person. I think everyone else here, right? People. I don't know. I feel like people ask me like how it went, and like they don't know me. They don't know like how like bad I expected it to be. You know? I like try to tell people like in my head there was like a good chance that like not only were no audience going to show up and all the musicians would hate me, but like the only people that show up would be a group of criminals that would rob the town and everybody would hate me. So I'm like, that didn't happen. So I'm like, it was fantastic. It was great. It was a big win. You know, that's where my mind goes. But I don't know. It's like nice to be. Everyone's so nice around here, right? I look some ex-New Yorkers here. And I feel like it's hard for New Yorkers to live around here because people are so nice, right? Like people use the word delightful to describe other people, right? That never happens in New York City. They're like, that guy over there is a piece of trash. I hate that guy. He's delightful, and I like his cheek. He's a very nice person. I know, but it's hard being up here too because like you gotta know a lot of things. You gotta know about like cars and houses and stuff. I was trying to buy a car, and the salesperson guy was like, "Oh, the transmission in this car is really good." So I'm like, "Oh yeah, I think so. I agree." He's like, "Oh, that's the radio." Okay, right, I don't know anything. But I was proud that I went to the dump the other day, and I took a bunch of stuff in my neighbor's pickup, and I felt like such a tough guy. I'm like, "Oh man," you know. And then I realized I was there with my big sun hat and my glasses that make me look like people don't know what pronoun is, you know. And so I'm like, maybe I screwed that one up too. Man, but the one I was really happy the other day because I knew more than a local about nature recently. Yeah, I felt very good because we saw a porcupine. And they were like, "Oh, stand back! That porcupine could shoot its quills at us." Like, I'm pretty sure it's not true. I'm not 100%. I don't know much about animals, but I know porcupines don't shoot their quills, right? No one ever says like, "Oh, get down! We got 12 porcupines coming in." Or like, nobody walks into a bank and be like, "Stick them up! I got 3 porcupines. I could use them." Okay, that was my porcupine joke. All right. I don't know, but people have weird impressions in New York City, right? Like. I had a friend, he called me out of the blue, he was a high school friend, right? And he called me out of the blue and he says, he turns out he's in prison. And he's calling me and like, he wants to know, and he's like, "Oh, what's going on?" He's like, "Tell him I live in New York City." He's like, "Oh, New York City, I wouldn't want to be there with all that terrorism." Like, you live in a Florida prison, what are you talking about? I'm pretty sure your life is worse than mine, you know? And I'm like, "I'm going to put this on Facebook." He's like, "What's Facebook?" I'm sure your life is better than mine if you don't have Facebook. You know? They don't have to worry about that stuff. They don't have to be in prison and be like, "Oh, look at that guy's bunk. It's so much better than mine." You know? Like, that guy's got 2 pieces of bread and not moldy. Like, that's, I don't know. He's living good, you know. But I think one of my New York City moments was when I was a teenager. I was just walking around there, and I was just walking with my friends, and some dude just randomly punched me in the head. But I did the most New York City thing you could do at that moment. I just kept walking. Well, in my life, you know, somebody told me they were talking about serial killers. They were like, serial killers. The thing about makes them a serial killer is that they can like completely split their emotions. They could be like happy and sad, like they could be like empathetic and non-empathetic on a dime. And I was like, oh, that's just how I get around the New York City subway system. Like, that's my everyday life. I didn't know I was a serial killer now. Do you know the show Dexter? It filmed here, right? Yeah. It was weird because I moved here right around the time they were filming it here. And like, the only thing I knew about Dexter was in another season, he kills someone named Paul Bennett. Yeah. And then I come to this small town in the middle of nowhere, and Dexter's filming. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Dexter's coming after me. Someone's trying to send me a message. I don't know. But I survived that. I don't know. Comedy. Okay, what am I going to talk about here? Sorry. Oh, man. Diana's joke. All right, told the booger joke. Okay, that was what I was. All right, that was a good joke. Everyone always wants to know where you are in the comedy world. And I'm like, I'm pretty low. Pretty low. But like, I don't know, I was on some shows with some really good people. I did for 10 years. I was on some shows with people with the Saturday Night Live, you know, and all these kind of things. And like, you know, I was weird doing it with them because I'm like, you know, relative to them, I'm doing pretty poorly. Like, they're blowing by me on the way to success. I'm doing poorly. But then I was like, you know what? For a middle-aged accountant, I'm killing it. I'm great. I'm on the show with these guys. I'm on the poster. You know, people will be like, I'm not on the top of the poster. I'm like, I'm somewhere on the poster. Even if I had to write it in myself. That's great. The most what, you know, keeps you going in comedy is like sometimes like success. For me, it was like one heckle was really great for me. Like some guy just heckled me. He said, "You should be funnier than you are." I'm like, "Thank you. I agree." That's a nice way of saying, I think you're funny, just not right now. You just gotta put in more work. This is my son Bruce. Hey, Bruce. Yeah, all right. I think we're good. Okay. I'll keep telling jokes? Okay, I'm gonna keep telling jokes. Okay, cool. Yeah, the other thing about doing comedy in New York City is like I was up there with all these young people, you know, and like when I get on stage, people are obviously in their heads, I can tell what they're thinking. Like the last guy, they're like, oh, that guy looks so funny. When I get on stage, they're like, oh, it's the manager, you know. Like the last guy, they'd be like, shh, honey, that guy's gonna tell some funny jokes. You know, when I get on stage, they're like, quiet, honey, he's gonna tell us about the drink specials. The funniest part, I think, was to get on stage in New York City, you gotta like sometimes like sell tickets, comedy tickets, and so I do that in Times Square, and it was great because like you sell these comedy tickets and you're competing with people who just lie, you know, like the guy next to me, like someone will be like, who's on your show? He'll be like, Eddie Murphy's on the show, you know, and I had to compete with that. So when they asked me who's on the show, I didn't really know. I just knew I was on the show, so I would just say my name as if I was as important as Eddie Murphy. You know, I'd be like, who's on your show? I'll be like, Paul Bennett's on the show. And they're like, wow, do I know who that is? Like, I'm sure you know who that is. Like, and sometimes the guy would put his arm around his girlfriend and be like, oh yeah, I know who he is. I'm like, you both know who he is. You know? Like, I'm sure when you see Paul on stage, you'd be like, oh, it's that guy. Like, I know that guy. Sold me tickets. The other weird thing about doing comedy a lot is it makes your life, you just have weird reactions. Like I have a job, you know, and people ask me like, they're like, hey, what was your impression of the meeting? And like, it's really hard for me not to do an impression of the meeting, you know? Be like, oh, sales are up. Oh, no, they're not. Jim, what do you think? Oh, Jim, you're on mute. Okay, all right, that's my impression of the meeting. I'm not very good at impressions, okay, all right. I had a joke for a long time of, I had glasses, because I'm really bad at impressions, except for my Al Sharpton impression. Here, let me show you. Okay, I learned not to do that. Okay, all right. Sorry, that was sort of funny. Okay, all right. There's two jokes I've been working on. Can I try them out? Okay. Ever since I started comedy, I've been working on these two jokes, and they're never that funny. Okay. One is about home runs. Do you guys know? Okay, everyone knows baseball. Okay, right? So I think the home runs are the craziest thing, because like it's a forced celebration. Right? Like, you don't have to run around the bases. You know, you run around the bases, they make you run around the bases. I feel like no other sport has that, you know? Like, there's no other sport that's like, okay, you scored a goal, now pretend to score another goal, you know? Like, or like in the NFL, they're like, okay, you scored a touchdown, now you have to spike the ball and do a dance. You gotta go like this and do the fingers like that. Like, there's no other forced celebration in sports. I just think it's crazy. Like, I feel like they should give you options at the very least, you know? Like, if you're extroverted, you can, like, you know, go around and dance when you're doing a thing. Or if you're introverted, they should give you the option of journaling, right? You could be like, I'm so happy I got this home run. I just feel bad that I lost the ball. You know, or if you're super extroverted, they could have you run around the bases with a porcupine shooting everybody, right? That's good. Porcupine. Oh yeah, that was a good. That worked, right? Okay, that's good. Okay, all right. The other joke is about this time when I was growing up. I was on I was done dirty by my library. Okay, I was this local library, and they said, okay, the kids who read the most books this summer got to be on a commercial for the library, which should have got me suspicious immediately, because what libraries have commercials, right? You're never on the Super Bowl and you're like, you know, free books, you know. But I read a lot. I won the thing, and I got to go to the commercial, and it was just 200 kids who's all were promised to be on this commercial, and I realized I got scammed by my local public library. You know, people are like, I was scammed by someone pretending to be part of the IRS. I'll be like, I was scammed by someone pretending to do commercials for the local public library. You know? But the thing is, they had all these kids there, and the director, I was going to go next. I was just supposed to stand there with a book while I filmed a bunch of kids reading books, and the director said, hey, next kid has to go. The one kid says, can I go to the bathroom? And the director's like, okay, you can, but the next kid has to go to the bathroom. It's off the commercial. So I really wanted to be in that commercial. So I got up there, even though I had to go to the bathroom, and I gave it 110%. 100% being my acting, 10% being a puddle of pee that expanded all around me. You know? Other actors are like, hey, you know, I could cry on you. I'm like, I could do better than that. You know? People are like, I made a splash in show business. I'm like, I sure did too, you know? Like I left a memorable impression. I'm like, I did too. I know that director will know never to tell a group of nervous kids not to pee. Okay, that was good, right? Okay, all right. That was worth it. Okay. All right, cool, nice. Yeah, I'm super tall. Thank you very much. Thank you. Everyone's like, you're so tall, but I'm all neck. It's all neck. I'm 5'10" without my neck. I really don't get it. People are always like, no, wait, I'm all neck, and sorry, I forgot this part of the joke. I'm all neck, but I don't know from an evolutionary standpoint why my neck exists. You know, it must have been some useful reason. You know, it must have been okay to survive. We have to look around that corner, be like, I got this. It's all me. You know, the women were like, oh, his neck's strong like dinosaur. Okay. But then, I don't know how we survived, because once knives were invented, very easily killed. A lot of kill zone right here. You know, we go into battle. My relatives go into battle. They're like, hey, anybody want a helmet? They're like, do you have anything extra long? You know, everyone's like, oh, you're good at basketball? I'm like, I'm just good at ruining movies. That's about it. You know, and I had a friend, he was my roommate in college. He was on the college basketball team. He was like, if I had your height, I'd be in the NBA. I'm like, dude, if I had your childhood, I'd be in the NBA. You know, it's hard being tall, because it's I didn't grow up with success being a great thing. You know, I grew up with a very pessimistic dad. And so my okay, what's the funny part of that? Okay. Oh man, all right. I had a funny joke in that. My dad, he was at home. We took care of him at home, and the nurse was trying to, you know, encourage him, you know. And they were like, when you were a child, you know, when your son was a child, he's like, what's wrong with you? You know, what's going on? She's like, I feel like a burden. That's what he said. I feel like a burden. He's like, when your child was a son, when your son, wait, it's not going well. Okay, when your son was young, did you think he was a burden? And I was like, oh, do not ask him that question. Do not ask him that question. Because it's did I think I was a burden when I was a kid? No, I knew I was a burden. People, you know, other kids will be like, oh, my dad didn't give me as much soup as the other kids. You know, I'd be like, my dad, you know, took out a Times Square ad that said, you are a burden, you know? All right, okay, it's not funny. Okay, all right. Remember the library joke? That was good. Okay. Okay. This one didn't go very well. Oh man, I feel like there's optimistic people in the world, you know? I love optimistic people. You know, like I love WNBA players. Do you know WNBA? Like I think they're so great because they're playing for the love of the game. You know, like they make like if you're like the best in the NBA, you make like $100,000. You know, you can also just be like the best at the DMV. You know, like you can. I feel like when they have press conferences, they should say, I came here for I came to this team for the championships and also the great dental plan. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm not doing so well. Okay. I'm gonna end this soon. I feel like the other, I have an older daughter, and I think like when she was 5, she was so optimistic. She was once attacked by a terrier. She was bit by a terrier, and the next day someone called her and she was like, how you doing? And she said the most optimistic thing ever. She said, I'm doing well because I'm not being attacked by dogs, right? That's like so optimistic, I never like, hey, I went to the hospital and with a broken leg and I'm super happy because now I don't have to worry about all that money I used to have. And the other time when she was 5, she was actually kicked in the neck by another 5-year-old, which is crazy, right? I just don't, like, logistically speaking, how does it even happen, But so I went to the principal and I was like, why is she getting kicked in the neck? And it was a weird thing. She looked me in the eyes and she said, boys will be boys. Which is a very weird moment because the most feminist thing I could have done in that moment was kick the principal in the neck. And like, boys will be boys. And, thanks a lot, everybody. Happy day.
And I just, in terms of, I just want to connect two performers, road rage and the idea of getting used to the friendliness of the town. The first time somebody honked at me up here, I was immediately wanted to turn around and give them the, and then they said, hi Ann, welcome. People honk to say hi up here instead of get out of my way. And so I'm learning and I appreciate it very much. All right, so enough of that. So now we're going to welcome our tech person, who is this multi-talented musician and teacher. He teaches, that's his little studio out front, it's called BowTie Studio. And he does puppetry and filmmaking and lessons out there, so maybe you want to get his card. All right, so here, Dave Herrera.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
If I don't sound good, blame that guy over there. So yeah, I am a musician. I run BowTie Studios over there. I also run a few open mics and I play around, but I do a lot here at the Water Street Bar. This place has a very, very special place in my heart. Ann and I both kind of came to this area on each other's heels. I came from Eastern Massachusetts and she came from Brooklyn. But so we won't go into who's tougher because it's definitely not me. But that being said, I've absolutely loved being a part of her venture here, and just being a friend and an associate and a peer, and it's just wonderful. So I'm really glad to be here, and I'm done flipping through my book. I'll just go for my memory, and hopefully won't screw it up. Here we go. I can't help loving you. You make it seem worth my while. I can't help loving you. And I'm so sad I can smile. I see your face and it soothes me in a way I've never known. The way you laugh, it cuts right through me. And I'm afraid my face is shown. And my heart beats in tempo help loving you. You make it seem worth my while. I can't help loving you. And I'm so sad I can smile. So I'll sit and write my sad songs, and every note will sing your name. And even when you sing alone, you never know about the pain. The pain of loving you and knowing you'll never hold me in your heart. Now I'm finishing my sad song, and we'll still be apart. And I can't help loving you. You make it seem worth my while. I can't help loving you. And I'm so sad I could smile. I can't help loving you. You make it seem worth my while. I can't help loving you. And I'm so sad. So, I kind of, I balance that fine line between country and blues. That's where I kind of live. Because, you know, the only difference between country and blues is one has more horses than the other one. But they both emote the same way. So, but I love me some blues, so I'm going to play some blues for you. That's not the song. Close my eyes and I see there, swing skin-tight jeans, silver smile, long blonde hair, devil's horns and angel wings. You're my midnight horizon, baby, make my heart stop every time. Though you'll never know it, baby, in my dreams I'll make you mine. He's got his arms around your loving, every second that you're here. Who can blame him, darling? Don't get much better for him than this. You're my midnight horizon, baby, make my heart stop every time. Though you'll never know it, baby, in my dreams I'll make you mine. Though you'll never know it, baby, in my dreams I'll make you mine. I see you smiling at me as you wave and say goodbye. My soul just dies within me when your arms around that guy. You're my midnight horizon, baby, make my heart stop every time. Though you'll never know it, baby, in my dreams I'll make you mine. definitely do one more.
Okay.
We'll bring it back down again. She don't need, don't want your hand. She got nothing to understand. Back on, buddy, best leave her be. Take all the running, or you deal with me. Pack your bags and hit the road. Now she won't change her mind. Leave the woman alone, man. Ain't no man till this time. He got his words. He got the past. But I got your back, baby. You can kick his. I ain't gonna watch, no, I ain't gonna let it stand. I know you don't need me, but I'll help that guy understand. Pack your bags and hit the road. No, she won't change her mind. Leave the woman alone, man. Ain't no man telling her this time. So take your white chrome and hit brakes. You think you're bad, but you're just a dick. Take a hint, yeah, head for the door. 'Cause that queen won't take it anymore. Pack your bags and hit the road. No, she won't change her mind. Leave the woman alone, man. Ain't no man telling her this time. Yeah, I said pack your bags and hit the road. Now she won't change her mind. Leave the woman alone, man. Ain't no man telling her this time. No, ain't no man, no man, no man. Thank you very much.
David Herrera.
This town ain't big, this town ain't small. It's a little of both, they say. I bought the Mickey minor league, but at least it's triple mustard and relish. We got a new pitcher, what's his name? Hell, we can't even spell it. We don't worry about the billet much, we just like to see the boys hit deep. There's nothing like the view from the cheap seats. Well, the major's called up, what's his name?
Another building rises tall.
Suddenly we're not so young. This old town don't seem so small. We like our beer flat as can be. We like our dogs with mustard and relish. We got a new pitcher, what's his name? Hell, we can't even spell it. We don't worry about the billet much, we just like to see the boys head deep. There's nothing like the view, nothing like the view from the cheap seats.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sung by Alabama.
We may have taken liberties with it.
Yeah, a
Something like that.
Yeah.
Typical kids in a typical time, in a typical New England town. With all of our power, all of our promise, all of our defenses down. No thought of college or war, and no knowledge of failure to get in our way. Whether your life and mine never find the same page, I'll be thinking of you as I age. Typical girl, typical boy, typical Saturday dance. And you so appealing, and me with the feeling of falling in love at first glance. And no way to know where the future would go, or that this might be ending one day. Whether your love and mine never find the same page, I'll be thinking of you as I age. I'll be thinking of you while I'm lying at night in the spell of the September sky. The words will be there on the tip of my tongue, with no one to hear them nearby. Typical kids in a typical time, and a feeling that won't go away. Whether your act and mine never stage. I'll be thinking of you as I age.
Thank you. It's our age-appropriate song written by Mike.
Here's one we didn't write that you may know. You may know as well, yes.
We're all ears.
But you're very welcome to sing along with us.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Imagine I'm in love with you, it's easy 'cause I know. I imagine I'm in love with you many, many, many times before. It's not like me to pretend, but I'll get you in the end. Yes, I will, I'll get you in the end. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I think about you every day, and this I know is true. When I'm in love about you, I can say I'm never, 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 ever blue. So I tell him, my friend, that I'll get you in the end. Yes, I will, I'll get you in the end. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, there's gonna be a time when you're gonna change your mind. So you might as well resign yourself to me. Oh yeah. Imagine I'm in love with you. It's easy 'cause I know. I imagine I'm in love with you many, many, many times before. It's not like me to pretend, but I'll get you in the end. Yes, I will, I'll get you in the end. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Imagine I'm in love with you, it's easy 'cause I know. I can imagine I'm in love with you many, many, many times before. It's not like me to pretend, but I'll get you in the end. Yes, I will, I'll get you in the end. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You've got a firm grasp of those lyrics. We'll close with a song by Mike.
There are people out there who will harm you. Words are their weapon of choice. Obstacles you may run into. Hide in the smoke and the noise. I'm not complaining, so don't get me wrong. I'm just staring off into the blue. One day you're sitting on top of the world. Next day you're playing to lose. But if I could fly a million, I've seen all all the cities, I've seen all the towns, but if I could fly, Amelia, I'd never return to the grounds. There were times that I needed more focus than time would allow. Times that I needed more courage. No time more pressing now. I'll be keeping my eyes on the western horizon, tracing the sun across the sky, forgetting the sound of my life on the ground, in less than the wink of an eye. If I could fly, Amelia, I've seen all the cities, I've seen all the towns, but if I could fly, Amelia, I'd never return to the grounds. I'll be keeping my eyes on the western horizon, chasing the sun across the sky, forgetting the sound of my life on the ground, in less than the wink of an eye. If I could fly, Amelia, I've seen all the cities, I've seen all the towns, but if I could fly, Amelia, I'd never return to the ground.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ann.
Thank you so much for joining. Chris Orland, Dennis Avery, Mike Boylan, Kevin Cady,